Our local waters may be a bit agitated because of the presence of the hurricane called Delta in the western Gulf. Keep that in mind if you're making weekend plans along Apalachee Bay or nearby waters. But before we dive into Delta, what else is out there that's lurking? Yes, we're in the last third of the hurricane season. Usually we have to watch the western Caribbean. Right now there's a wave, but there's also an upper swirl over Jamaica. So that's going to really hinder its progress to try to develop into anything. Probably the next zone will be this batch of activity when it moves towards the Lesser Antilles in about 3 to 5 days. Does have some modest potential to develop into something. Long range signals keep it out to sea, so it's not a huge worry for the time being, but it is a reminder that we just can't let our guard down because one system leaves the region, as Delta is forecast to do, but it has to cross over land first. And it's almost like a repeat of about 6 weeks ago when hurricane warnings were up across southeast Texas through most of Louisiana. Pretty much the same situation right now, just a whole different storm. The storm itself is set to move across the interior sections of the deep south by the weekend, and it will help to shift our winds, becoming more southerly. We're not going to get hurricane or tropical storm force winds. But again, with the larger swells occurring around the system and they make their way towards the coast, we can certainly have some higher seas. The hurricane warnings are continuing around the southern edge of Louisiana. Not quite to the New Orleans area, not quite to Houston, but we can have some pretty hard side effects around those areas with the landfalling storm. But the main thing that I'm going to be focusing on is just how much rain we can get and those impacts that do involve higher rip current risks for the Panhandle region and perhaps even the Big Bend area. Can't really underestimate the power of the water and how it can, even this far away from a landfalling hurricane, can have those subtle effects that can be, rather hazardous if you're not aware of them. So